Well, hello, my fabulous friends. I hope you're doing well. Well, I'm continuing with, oh, look at that. The clock is really excited for this reading. I'm continuing my reading for the countries. And what all I'm doing is my biggest followers. And if you have a country that, uh, you know, I'm doing US, UK, Canada, and Australia, and I'm lumping in New Zealand with Australia. And those are my biggest followers. So I don't want to do a country that not very many people will watch because unfortunately, YouTube looks at that as a mark against my channel when I have a video with a lot of low likes and watches. And they think people are starting to lose interest in my channel and you get somewhat punished. And I know that's not your problem. But so if you want to see more of your country, then I guess liking and sharing this with other fellow people will show me that that this was enjoyed by more than 100 people. And but you know what I'm saying. Australia and New Zealand, healthy, wealthy, and wise. Australia and New Zealand, healthy, wealthy, and wise. Ooh, Queen of Swords in reverse. Some contracts that might be undone. Australia and New Zealand, healthy, wealthy, and wise. Now, I'm with full disclosure, I know nothing about your political system. I don't know who's in power. I don't know if you're having elections or anything like that. We're just doing healthy, wealthy, and wise. Ooh, some big cards. Healthy, wealthy, and wise. Healthy is the civilians, how society is doing. Wealthy is how the economy is doing, and wise is how is the government doing. All right. Australia and New Zealand. 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 Cards are ready. All right, healthy. Wow. Not very healthy at all. Lots of apathy. Ooh, there's your economy. Your economy is looks like, look at 2 aces right off the start. And your government is lots of confusion, lots of daydreaming, lots of pie in the sky ideas. All right, so your economy here, if your economy is not doing well, it looks like there might be some new ideas about your economy or cuts or something that brings something beneficial to your economy. But right now, it looks like the people are not very happy with things at all. This Ace of Wands don't have a very bright outlook. Wow, the Hierophant in reverse. No, they definitely have no trust in the powers that be. Not even in with the school system, with the government, with anybody who's in any kind of sense of authority. They just simply are done with them. They have no trust in them. They don't believe them. They don't. They think that they're spewing BS. They're really unhappy with the powers that be. The Hanged Man. Well, when you get the Hanged Man with the economy, it says it's almost like same old, same old. It's not moving up or down. So maybe that's why there's kickbacks or cuts or new ideas to get the economy going. The government looks like the government is in a position that they should make a choice about something, but they aren't. They are stubborn. They're being very, very stubborn about making a choice because the Seven of Cups is all about choices. And the Two of Swords here is saying, no, we know we have to make a choice, but we aren't. The people, there's the Queen of Swords again. The people wanna really rip a new one. They want to end some of the monopolies that some of the powers that be have, because they see it's like people aren't happy. They aren't happy with the leadership. They aren't happy with like school boards, that kind of thing. And they want change. They definitely want change. They want to rip up some of those contracts and start fresh. Just really not happy at all. Let's see the economy, the world. Well, I'm thinking that there's parts of the economy that are wrapping up. They're getting old and aged, and they're now successful, but the like I know, for example, copper mines or mining or I don't know, fishing or something like that, something that's been kind of stagnant for a while. You're going to find that that part of the economy is wrapped up, and it's really not, and it's run its course. It's run its course. Um, well, that happens in all economies, right? I mean, you think about because new things are constantly coming in. So that might be what that new idea is. So, for example, a lot of banks, the actual location of banks are closing because banking is all online right now. So it's just like a natural course here. It's not like something abrupt. It's not like something they go, okay, we're not going to drill for any more oil, or we're not going to, no more mines are allowed, or it's not abrupt like that. It's something that has been somewhat stagnant, and it's basically run its course. The government, they're all changing government, guys. For Australians are going to definitely get a change in government. So I don't know, are you having elections or can something happen? Let's see the people. Yeah, people are arguing about which direction we should go, struggling. The Australian people are struggling with some of the policies that have been put in that have really dampened the people. And some people are starting to rise up and say, this isn't right. And other people are starting to notice and the struggle that's going on. Like, for example, here in Canada, the inflation rate is out of control. And people are constantly posting about it, like, oh, last week I went and my Cheerios were $6.99, and this week they're $7.99. How can that be? And I think you're gonna start to see people like that. They're gonna start to speak up and say, can we do, like, why are we struggling with this? The economy, wow, something foolish. I wonder if the government does something foolish to the economy and that's the end of it. Yeah, there's some kind of big burden going on. Um, there might be, with the Fool here in reverse, some kind of real foolish policy. Maybe it is. Maybe they do wrap up something in the economy and say, like we have climate change or carbon tax here in Canada. They may come out with something like that, and it'll be really, really foolish, put a huge burden on the Australian people, but it's going to start the process of getting rid of the government that has done that. Yeah, I think there's going to be somewhat of an uprising. I think the people are going to say, we have more power than we think we do, and we don't have to put up with these ridiculous policies. And, we can you might have somewhat of a, I don't want to say a knight in shining armor, but somebody who rises, has a louder voice than others, and somewhat becomes part of a leader of speaking up against some of these policies and whatnot that really should be undone. They aren't in the best interests of people at all, and I think that's what's going to happen. I think as time goes on, if it hasn't started already, people are going to start to speak up more, speak up more. Some leader is going to emerge from that. He won't last long. He's not like a new political leader, but he gives people the courage to also speak up or to notice what's going on. He's just a knight, he's not a king. Wow. Okay, Australia, something is definitely going to happen to your economy. Um, there is some kind of crash coming. I don't know what it's in. I'm not getting like if it was pentacles, or it could be the housing market, or the four of wands is the housing market, or pentacles could also be like the stock market or banking or something. I'm not getting any of that. We actually have four major arcanas here, and we have the ace of swords. So it's some kind of new idea that actually sinks the economy. And four major arcanas. It's going to be huge. Australia, New Zealand. I don't know how much your economies uh, count on each other, like Canada and U.S. Like our economy. I mean, when the U.S. sneezes, Canada gets pneumonia, kind of thing. So I don't know how yours is tied together at all. I know, I do know you're separate countries. Right, but you're like Canada and U.S. in the fact that, like, I call you sister countries, right? You have a lot of the same things. I think, wow, that Six of Cups in reverse. I think you're in for something new, something that's not from the past, something that's not passed down. With that Death card, the transformation. I think something to do with the economy is people are going to say, listen, we can't keep doing what we're doing. It's not working. We need something fresh and new. We need fresh and new ideas. Like Canada does as well. Like, I want to get a clarifier on that. First, let me see what the underlying is. Ooh, Knight of Swords. I think you guys are there could be like huge words with each other, like attack by words. So big scandals coming out, kind of thing. That could have something to do with this Hierophant here. Maybe like somebody who's ahead of the Department of Education or something. There's a big scandal coming out about them, or the Minister of Economy, or some kind of big scandal comes out because we've got the truth here. So something comes out that is not good for the Australian people. I really think there's something, your economy, again, go see my disclaimer down below, please. But just be careful, please. Clarify this Six of Cups. What clarify this Six of Cups, please. Clarify this Six of Cups. Oh, the Tower in reverse. Yeah, the current government is doing things to their own demise. This is their own man-made troubles. So I would even say what's going on in the economy for Australia and New Zealand is man-made. It's not with it. If the tower was upright, then it'd be like, oh, something's happening in the world and nobody needs any more copper, or nobody needs this or whatever. I don't know why I know Australia has lots of copper and opals, and I know you have much more than copper. And New Zealand is tourism. And so if something was going on in the world, then the tower would be upright and be like, oh, there's a war going on, so nobody is coming to visit. No, the tourism is down, or this mining thing, or whatever. But something man-made is going to happen, and it's going to affect your economies. It's going to change the government. So I don't know if that's for both New Zealand and Australia. But I do see that people are starting to notice, like, what the hell are you doing? What the hell is going on? And start to chatter about it. And start to notice there's some kind of burden. I'm not exactly sure if Australia has a illegal immigration as much as United States, Canada, and Europe does. I'm not sure about that at all. So maybe something that, everybody's kicked out and that collapses something. But it's a man-made problem. So I think the government's going to do something that's going to, they're going to be done. They're going to be done. I think the people have had enough. We have two knights here and no kings. So you might have young people rising up, um, and they could be a little green behind the ears, but people are listening to them. So you might have not that they're going to win an election, but people are listening to them. But yeah, something's going on in Australia, and God bless you. Wow, New Zealand. I imagine in some respects your economies are somewhat tied to each other as trading partners, closest trading partners. All right, well, please take good care of yourself, and we'll see you online. Bye for now.